A very good morning to you and welcome back. You're now on the Entrepreneur Spotlight on the Weekend Show. Now, in light of recent events, the arrest and prosecution of Mrs. Chioma Okoli by the CEO of Erisco Foods, Mr. Eric Umofia, over a Facebook post she made giving a negative review of an Erisco product has remained an edgy topic in judicial parlance, in which audiences find themselves caught up in the argument of freedom of speech versus defamation of character. The National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, has stated that the federal government is reviewing the constitutionality of Section 24 of the Cybercrimes Act, which is punishable by a fine of 5 million naira, 7 years imprisonment, or both. Now, on the spotlight today, we have a legal practitioner, Barrister Ruth Oheha Ekrigwe of Legal Root Solutions, to give us some more insights on this topic. Good morning, Barrister. Welcome to the Spotlight.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Now, what are the federal statutes on criminal defamation? Is what Chioma did an offense punishable by the law? And if so, to what extent does Section 39 of the Freedom of Opinion apply in this case?
Okay. So the statutes on freedom of expression, we have the Constitution, we have the Freedom of Information Act, and a host of others. Yes, so the second question is said,
is it punishable by law, and to what extent? Because I think the Section 39 of Freedom of Opinion kind of conflicts with the Section 24 of the Cybercrimes Act now. Okay. So what are your predictions of the turnout of events on this Erisco versus Chioma case?
Okay, so I will not want to preempt the courts because the matter is still before the court. Yes. And there are so many things to consider. If we are going to be unbiased about the entire situation. There are so many things happening online. Everybody's giving hot takes here and there. Yeah. But what the law says, you have the freedom to actually express yourself. And even under the Federal Competitive and Consumer Protection Act, consumers can actually give reviews. So if in any case you feel like, okay, what the person gave is not a review, then you have the right to sue. Or you have the right to challenge. He that alleges must prove. So you can actually challenge and say, okay, this is defamatory. Yes. Yes. And so defamation is suable. You can come, to the court and file an action. Yeah. But you don't have to intimidate the people. Yes. Everybody has the right to sue. She also has the right to sue. Yes. Everybody has the right to go to court.
She actually has a counter suit for 500 million, by the way.
Oh, amazing. Right. I was not even aware of that. So the thing about it is when the court, when you look at this from her post, based on what we could all see, because I heard that there were other claims that she was making.
Named names compared with other brands, and then there was allegations that the product is killing people under her post. So those are the topics that the prosecutor is holding on to.
Yes. So in any case, the prosecutor will have to prove that those things are be able to ground the offense that he's actually trying to prove there. So that's the major thing. And if she's able to prove that that was not what she meant, then they may not have a good case. They may not have a good case. But from the face value of it, I know she went a little overboard from the face value, but then she still has a right to express herself.
But Erisco Food is also within his right to prosecute.
Exactly, it's within his right to prosecute. Nobody stops you from prosecuting. Don't just go, all hard as if you are bullying. And then I saw some videos. Well, I saw some videos making some, statements that, and all of that. Those are the things that are actually causing outcry. Everybody has the right to sue and be sued. So for that, I'm not going to preempt the court, but let us see what, because when it comes to a matter, you really cannot decide how it will turn. And it is based on the evidence that is put before the court, which we might not be privy to at this moment. Yes. So it depends on how that is argued, and then, but let's watch out and see how it unfolds.
All right. So let justice take its full course.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Not social media.
Not social media courts.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's talk about the reason why we're here.
Okay.
Legal Root Solutions.
Yeah.
And in the spirit of Women's Month, this is Women's Month. So we
Yeah.
are featuring all the women in all the high places. Right. Quite recently, Mrs. Adora was made MD of ZDVAC, so we're still celebrating that.
Yeah.
And so now tell us about Legal Root Solutions. As a legal chamber, what are your areas of expertise?
Okay. So Legal Root Solutions is a legal firm, tech-driven legal firm that provides legal services and support to individuals, micro and small, medium enterprises, and startups. Yeah, so our core services are corporate legal services. So we help you with setting up your business from registration to winding up.
Okay.
And everything in between. Protecting your business. Our core value is to legally build, grow, and protect your business so that it can last. Because research has it that over 50% of SMEs and 90% of startups do not get to see their 5th anniversary. And one of the top reasons is for legal issues. Apart from finances, there are maybe like non-compliance issues, a trademark claim, a copyright claim, a co-founder issue, and a host of other things that could, plague the businesses, and then they just shut down. So that's what Legal Root Solution offers. We help you to last longer in business by protecting your business, setting it up, giving it a legal structure so that it can last longer.
Interesting. So if someone is deformizing my business online now, I can employ Legal Root Solution to deal with them, right? All right. So in a nutshell, can you give us an example of like one particular case that has stood out, that Legal Root Solutions handled, that has stood out in your career experience?
Okay. So I'm going to, there's so many of them, but there is a particular one because, like I said, we provide services to businesses. So we deal more with businesses, organizations and individuals when it comes to businesses. There was a particular client of mine, an engineer, and then he got a contract. But this contract was like subcontracted. Do you understand subcontracted?
It was subcontracted to him. Okay.
Yes. So the other person had already cut a good amount of money, and then he came with, when he submitted the proposal, there's a document you're supposed to prepare for us to give and all that. He began to cut down, all the things that he was supposed to do. And when he told me, because I was the one that prepared the agreements, and so when he told me, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, so what's your own gain here? By the time we looked at his gain, then the entire sum of the money and everything, it was not going to be able to do the job well. And eventually it was going to put him in trouble because when you're paid for a job, you have to deliver. Why did you accept it if you knew? So I told him, I don't think this is a good deal. So in fact, when we went to negotiate, the other party was still trying to cut down again, allow him to compromise. I said, no, don't take this. Just get your non-refundable fee and close the deal. And he followed my advice. Eventually, we found out that the real owner of the contract was even in the military,
Wow.
So
it was a sublet and a sublet.
Yes, like if he had collected that job and did not deliver, we would have been talking another Erisco case here and all that. So it kind of helped him and, just saved him the whole trouble. And he was very grateful, for that advice.
So it's also in the place of the client to do their due diligence before taking a contract.
Exactly.
And also
talk to your lawyer.
Talk to your lawyer, exactly.
Let the terms be reviewed. Let the contract be reviewed.
Before
don't
signing, don't be too excited
sign your
to
kidney
sign.
and intestine.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So finally, this is the time to sell your brand. Why should we choose Legal Root Solutions? What makes Legal Root Solutions stand out from every other firm we have out there?
Okay. So Legal Root Solutions actually stands out in the fact that we provide services regardless of your location. So we serve clients even in the diaspora, we serve clients within and outside our physical location. Our services are accessible, affordable, and then, easy, to just access. So those are our...
So Legal Roots is tech savvy as well.
Very tech savvy.
So you can work remotely, you have online meetings and all the rest. So the client doesn't physically have to come to your office or the court.
From the comfort of your room, you can actually access legal solutions without, stress, have your peace of mind, have questions answered, and then we just keep moving from there.
All right, interesting. Thank you so much for coming.
I must say
I enjoyed this episode more than every other one because it doesn't even seem like an interview. It's like we're just chatting. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. So there you have it, people. Unfortunately, it's a wrap on the Entrepreneur Spotlight on the weekend show. We just had Barrister Ruth Oheha Ekwigwe, Esquire of Legal Roots Solutions. Be sure to follow our Weekend Show NG on all social media platforms. Join us on Instagram, X, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more insights from other previous episodes. I'm Tenda Chimelu signing out. You're still on the Weekend Show, and there'll be many more episodes right after the short break. Have a great weekend.